a novel right now. Gonna cycle down to work on the boat, as Maggie needs to follow on in the car. But hopefully it's my first time on a bike since the hip operation. Well, way before the hip operation, really. Well, I arrived anyway. God, it's harder work than I thought. I thought, oh yeah, get back on the bike now. Just start doing a bit of riding. No chance. Dear me. Need to get practicing right. What a beautiful day it is today. Totally clear. Lovely blue skies. Light clouds. Beautiful and warm. Great day to be sailing. Light breeze. Unfortunately I'm here, but hopefully soon to get on the water, get everything sorted today with a bit of luck. Due to problems with the halyard in the storms getting raised to the top of the mast, I decided to hire a cherry picker from Wirral Cherry Pickers. Unbelievable people, they are really most helpful. Managed to get up the mast, sort that out, and sort my aerial out at the same time. The rest of this video really is about the work that I was doing up the mast, and with the help of Wirral Cherry Pickers. This is not an advert, I'm just saying how good they are. They were most helpful, very appreciative, and believe me, you know, if ever I've got to go on the mast on the hard, it's well worth the money to hire them and get them and come and do the job, rather than fretting about whether the halyards are going to hold you, whether the actual shackles are going to hold you, whether the rope's going to hold you. You know, it was far easier. On the water, I would generally use a bosun's chair, but on land, no, this is the preferable
I need
way.
to be up here for about an hour, you know, and that one off put a lot of pressure on me, you know.
Yeah, it's high, mate.
Yeah. You gonna do it?
Easy, yeah.
Close.
Okay, lift it up now.
Yeah.
I'm going to spoon back out just a touch, just to get us where we need to be.
Yeah, this is the bugger. This is the main thing. This is too. I can reach that now.
Can we get it closer, Roy?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, just pull us in a bit. Yeah, we missed those. We'll miss those. That's great. That's superb. That's superb. Right.
Good job we didn't come here yesterday.
Maggie, release. Oh yeah, not kidding. Yeah, release the halyard. The one I'm pulling, the one on the, it should be wrapped around the mast, the one that's wrapped around the mast. That's it.
Be sure to go back, Carl, so you get the shut. Brilliant.
That was the main reason for coming up here, just to do this little job. And then I thought, well, I'm up here, I can do all the rest. So yeah, let's take some better than that. Need to replace that.
What did you say, you have a chair that you see for yourself?
Yeah, the bosun's chair, yeah. But I couldn't do it because this is what I would use to pull myself up on.
So what kind of, what's that called on a yacht?
Which?
This down there?
Yeah. Maggie, attach, tie that up on the rail. And bring that one round to the front. That's it. Yeah. Fasten them off now, both of those off. Tie them both off.
You wouldn't have been able to do this yesterday.
No, absolutely not. No, it was terrible yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've got that much on that actually. We'll see how it goes anyway. Right, this is bugger.
this thing here, what's spinning around, or is that just telling you what the wind's like?
Yeah, it tells me the wind speed and the direction of the wind.
Okay.
So when you're sailing, it's important that you've got that, you know. It's This was going to cause problems later on. You'll see later on I had serious problems with this.
What is that thing there, Roy? What's broken?
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That is broken. I don't know why it's broken. It shouldn't be broken at all. It should only have a cap on it, but
Okay.
the thing is, it shouldn't be broken. That'll be
We may have
catching.
taken it up.
Yeah, that'll be catching on a load of stuff. That.
Yeah, let's turn it all in and
And it'll damage me. Damage this, you know.
Yeah, because if you start pulling that, it might fray.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You see where it's frayed.
It'll cut through it. Yeah, yeah, cut through it. You know. Anyway, right. Let's get this done. So your company is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yes. Well, we haven't done it. I've done it a year.
How you doing?
Okay. Well, pretty good actually. I bought
Good.
another machine.
Yeah, yeah.
I only bought another machine, say, 2 months ago.
All right.
I haven't seen any profits yet, but they're really expensive, the machines. You see.
Oh yeah, I know. You're not kidding.
One of these
Yeah.
costs you 50 grand.
I know. Well,
That's not new, 130 grand new.
I wanted. Used to drill. Watch your head below, Maggie. Get out the way now.
So, but like I say, that's my twin brother who works with me there,
Right.
Carl. So, my plan is getting myself, Carl, out on another one.
Yeah.
And if I can earn, because I worked at demolition all my life.
Well, I've what I've asked. I mean, it was in the other yard. What they do, they drop the masts and all sorts, and it's far easier to go up the mast.
Yeah. Well, you got me
So
number, haven't you?
yeah, well, I've said to them, you know, if we can.
If you need me to go down out of the yard, I can, you know, Roy. But it's all in the time, mate. It's one of them. If you want me to go down there,
Yeah.
I'll piss about down there for. I can.
And no, they're all they've all sorted. They've all dropped the mast now, which is why I was
Such a
saying.
great offer.
And, really,
This company,
they could do
honestly,
with,
I mean, I know I'm promoting
They
them,
could
but
do with one
you know,
of these, which is what we
to
said.
be fair, they are
Well, I said
worth
that.
it.
It's their feedback.
They are doing an excellent job. They helped me, and they're willing to split the venue to sort it out. I can't believe the support we're getting off them. And he's so helpful, you know. He's handing me tools. He's helping me hold stuff, and you know, it's like having a second pair of hands. It's great. Honestly, I couldn't recommend them more.
I don't think I would have liked to have pulled myself up on that, actually.
That's not going anywhere. That.
No,
That's
no,
safe,
no.
that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not going
yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think I would have liked to have pulled myself up on that one.
No, definitely not. Look at it.
Yeah, it's only a thin, which is what part of me worry really, because you have these things whereby you think, oh, I can do that, you know, but you don't know what's up here. You just don't know what's up here at all
Like I say,
until you get
come
up and have a
down,
look.
Up and
Yeah,
down, up and
yeah.
down.
Nice. Yeah.
Jones Hauler.
Yeah.
What am I here for, mate? Say,
Oh, good. It's good to have a second.
Pair of hands here, yeah.
Yeah. Put that round that.
Okay.
And as I say, I don't know what's caused that. I think that's come out too far. I think that should be a lot lower than it is.
What, and it's hit the top, has it?
Yeah. And because we had a trouble getting the sail up last year, and I think that's come out too far.
Oh yeah, so see these cables here, then the sail comes up on me, yeah?
No, the sail comes up on this rope here, which I need to
Come out right.
it doesn't, it goes, this is different to most boats.
Okay.
What happens with this is it's what's called in-mast furling, which I prefer.
So the mast stays in.
So the actual sail comes out of the mast.
Yeah.
So it actually comes out, the sail goes in this groove, and it rolls up
And it
inside
pulls
here.
out there.
Yeah, and it just pulls straight out.
Right.
Where all the others, you have to hoist it up,
Yeah.
and that takes a bit of while.
You get them on the water before you pull the sail out, obviously. Before
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
blow the boat over.
yeah. You got to be very careful of that. Maggie, see that now? Get that black wire and see if you can pull it easily. Easily. Or see if I'm pulling it easily. Is it moving? I'll leave that, I think.
What's that, Roy?
It's my aerial, but the aerial's a bit naff, and I've got a bloody super duper one there that I want to change, but if I can't get this through. Decisions. Just don't know whether to change the aerial at this point. It looks like this one's quite good, although, you know, it is causing me problems, and I think I need to replace it. And I have a Metz aerial, which I bought especially for this job, and a cable to go down. So I think overall, I think it's worth having a go and try and see whether I can change it. When I undid the bottom, the connection for the aerial, it started to pour out with water, and it hasn't been raining for a couple of weeks, so that just shows how bad the aerial was. And no wonder I had problems. Maggie, step back, out the way.
Take it a bit higher, Roy?
No, yeah, if you can you do that? Yeah. That's better.
What's that mean?
That's good, yeah. We'll see what the issue is.
A bit further in if you want as well.
No, that's fine, that. I can get that. I just... So you've got nothing to drop down into there either. No? Can you feel me pulling it up? Is there any movement in it at all? Go on, you try pulling it down then. Is it coming? Oh yeah, that's coming, yeah. Okay, pull it up. Let me pull it up. Is that going up? Hey? Okay, I think we'll be able to do that. I hope anyway. Because I don't like this thing at all. Thought before I do that I need to check the cable length, don't I? The worst thing you can do.
Best thing you can do, really, Roy, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
Is basically, yeah, you're going to drop it down from this end, aren't you?
Yeah.
But what you should do as well, tie onto that.
Oh yeah, we'll do. Oh no, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is
So
to.
don't let that go.
No.
I have the problem when we change the hydraulic. Always tie on and just pull it then, and this will pull your wire right through.
And not only that, I can't just tie on because it's got to be fashioned because it gets inside.
Zip tie.
It's got to be plush. No, it's got to be flush.
So it can run down.
So it can run down.
So you put them close to each other like this, and then tape them like that, Roy.
Yeah. And I connect the wires up.
Oh right.
Connect the wires up and then use the insulation.
Then pull it through.
Just hold on to that for us.
It.
Okay, Maggie, just watch your head. Coming down. He hopes. He says.
You know what I'd do, Roy? Fasten it here to that.
Yeah.
And then pull it, and then pull that wire out, and then you'll pull that through.
Oh yeah, I know, but I need to know that this is long enough.
Okay, mate. Yeah.
before I know this is long enough, I'm not gonna do anything, undo anything up here. Because you often order this stuff and you get it and then it's not long enough. That happened to me once before. I ordered like 20 odd meters.
Let's have a go, Roy. Yeah.
And yeah.
So you grab that end.
Go on.
Yeah, okay. Right. Right, okay, let's see where we are now.
It's just hills, I've had it.
You'll be alright, mate.
Yeah.
I feel it today. I feel you, baby. This will be a nice one. I'll just slide through.
The amount of times you think that and it does not happen, you're right. It does not happen. This is the worst.
Exactly the same job I've done with this.
Even,
there's loads of other wires in there.
Yeah.
And they get caught in each
Even
other.
when you're on the flat, even if you put, even if this was laid down now, be a murder to actually sort out. Right. Hey? It's what? Stopped. Is it at the bottom? Okay, am I pulling that up? Is that tight now?
Not moving.
Try pulling now.
No.
Can you pull it now? No. In fact, push it back in. God, it already went in there. Okay, got that now. I'm gonna have to get me soldering iron and let's cut that.
Maybe bring it into here, Roy. What are you going to solder it?
I can't believe the water that's coming out of this at all. If it showed me. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Now our biggest problem is it might fit in there actually.
Try that, mate.
Yeah.
You want to take that guard off if you can.
At least it fits.
You screw it in, do you?
Yeah. Well, it's got a bolt on the. It's got a nut on the other end.
Has it?
Yeah, it's got a nut on the other end.
That's it then, mate. I'll hold it.
Oh.
I'll look till fall.
Yeah, the way things are going at the moment.
Go, Biff.
Right. The job now is to heat this. Let's hope I can get some the idea now is to actually try and get the soldering iron. I've got a gas soldering iron, Dremel soldering iron, and I'm trying to heat, I'm trying to solder the ends now because the aerial's got to be soldered. The unfortunate thing is it's not windy, but it's cool up here, and trying to get the heat generated to melt the solder in such open conditions is not easy. So with a bit of patience, I managed to do it. Managed to solder both ends, and the old cable was quite difficult to solder actually, because I was having to strip that, and although it was tinned, it didn't solder very well. But anyway, the thing is, I got the job done. The big problem was it was very tight trying to put the old cable back, because this aerial's a lot further away, and I had to cut some of the cables, so didn't have that much to play with. So it's very taut at the moment. I'm just hoping that with the tape on, the self-amalgamating tape around the aerial, that will secure it enough. If not, it's a job again, but hopefully it'll work. If I had an electric one now, it wouldn't do the job. No, wouldn't get hot enough.
Wouldn't it now?
No, just hold on to that while it cools down. No, it wouldn't get hot enough at all.
Did Kev ask about these when?
Yeah. It's if you get an electric one up here, unless it's one of those high-powered ones, you know. But they're brilliant. They do an excellent job.
We have to change the switch on. You always been into sailing, Roy?
No, I was saying I got into it because I used to be a canoeist.
Oh yeah,
I did that virtually full time.
Yeah, I've got 2 kayaks, mate.
And but we were training for the Olympics, and I dislocated my rib cage, so that was the end of it. And I couldn't do it anymore. Oh, that's not working this at all. I have to do that all over again now. The shoulder, it's just not, it's not getting hot enough in the core. And it's that should be tinned. That should already be tinned, that wire. No, it's not. That's the solder should just sink into that wire. Should just literally melt into it, but it's not doing. It's just forming a bubble on the outside. So it means it's not tinned properly. And
sometimes you have a compound that you put on it first, like a gel.
yeah, you have a flux.
Yeah,
you have a flux, yeah. And but it shouldn't need it because it should already be tinned.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
supposedly these are, because these are marine cables.
Yeah.
Like that again. Job and a half, this one. Maggie, is that fully in? The black cable. Push it back in. Push it back in. Right, he says we should be done. That can go off now. Thanks. Just switch the lock off here. Bit of tape around the edge there. Makes it a bit easier to get in. Make sure that that's all pushed back. Take the needle, pass it through, so it goes both through tape and the core. So once or twice here. And then you can feed this side down to it. Up really. It may be a bit of a faff, and I've done it just by literally just putting the core in, but the thing is when you pull it to the top of the cable, you don't want to have to get up the mast because you haven't been able to do it properly. Always worth just taking that bit of extra time. It's quite solid now. I'll pull through, and I'll put some tape in that as well. Unfortunately, this is a lot thicker rope than the one I'm replacing it with. For what reason, I don't know. Right, just hope I've got this the right way around now. Yeah. All done. This is good. Switch that off. No. Well, today's job is a very tricky one really. We've got a problem hoisting up this main. I can get it so far up and then it just jams at the top. So I've got a cherry picker coming again. We're all cherry pickers, and they're going to see. We're going to see whether we can get it sorted. I really hope so, because otherwise I'm knackered if we can't get this working. I don't know what's up with it at all. It really is just. When I was up the mast recently, when I was last up the mast, I noticed this plastic tube sticking up, and I thought that shouldn't be there. I've never seen that before. But as it turned out, I think that's the problem. And I've ordered the cherry picker because I can get the sail about 4 foot from the top of the mast, and then it jams solid. So anyway, this morning I was down 8 o'clock. And started to hoist the sail, see whether I could get it up to where it blocks, and then the cherry picker is going to arrive, and then hopefully I can sort it out from there. It just so happens that when I was putting it up, with a little bit of jiggling, it actually went up, and so really there was no need for the cherry picker, but that's life, isn't it? Having said that, there were a lot of jobs I still hadn't done, which I meant to do last time. And I remembered once I'd sent the cherry picker away, so I was able to do those. So here we go again, cherry picker part 2. And here we are again, courtesy of Wirral cherry pickers, not to be confused with other similar names. That's the important thing. It was fairly evident once we approached the top of the mast, the problem stopping the sail going up, and that plastic tube, which was prominent last time, has come further up the mast, and it's now completely bent and sort of twisted. So the idea now is, well, I can't replace the tube because that would mean the mast coming down. So I cut the bent and twisted bit off. Hopefully that will do, and I'll just leave the sail up now. I hope that doesn't get worse. It's obviously going to be short by about 4 or 5 inches, but I'm hoping there's enough leeway within the tube to keep the roller fairly tight, because otherwise I'm going to have trouble getting the sail in and out. It's just hoping that things go well. So I'll cut this broken bit off, not replace it, but just cut it and seal it. I think what it is, yeah, the groove which this is on is not right at all. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the issue. The alternative is never to take this bloody thing down again.
Got a knife here, Roy, if you want to cut them off.
I'm worried about how much I can take off and how much I can't really.
Yeah.
I can't. That's worries me is
that
how
it's not
far.
covered at the bottom now.
Yeah. How far that's not going in.
Like
I'll have to take that bad bit off whichever way it goes.
I won't, because it's knackered now anyway,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. So that's
got
not
a
going to
little
do
set
any
of
good.
snips?
Yeah, I've got a. I think.
Got a Stanley knife.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think it'll be any good.
No, it won't cut through that. As I saw through the plastic waste, it's about 3-4 inches that I'm taking off, which is not good really, but the bar is sticking out a long way, which I don't understand really. I need to get in touch with Kemp and find out what the layout is. It's all not right, but hopefully this will be suffice now and it'll do me the season. If not, then it means either, well, the only thing it does mean, I think, is taking down the mast, and I really don't want to do that. So hopefully this will see me through. Well, with a little jiggery pokery, managed to get the sail up and reefed. Still got to get these lines the right way around though. They're not quite right yet. That's not me groaning, that's the winch and the lines coming out. The blue line you can see there should be coming parallel out, and it's not. It's coming at an angle which is causing a lot of strain on it. So I'm going to have to sort all that out. I thought I'd got that right, but obviously I haven't. So I just need to rearrange all that now. Right. That's the one. That's the one. Okay. So that's what I've got to do. I've got to have that fixed there. Alright. I'll pull that in now. Okay. Yeah. That goes in fine, that now. Hello, my man. You alright?
Yeah, how are we?
Ah, I tell you what, I mean, I still need you anyway, but the job I wanted you for, couldn't get the sail up at all. Couldn't get it up.
How is it?
Yeah, it was jammed right at just above the reflector there, the big white thing. It was jammed up there, and what it is, it goes up on a sleeve like this, up there, and it's got a slot into another sleeve at the top. And because you know that grey thing, I said, what's that doing there? Yeah. That's what it is. It's come out.
It shouldn't be up there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be up there at all.
Okay.
That's come out, and so it wouldn't go in. We managed with a bit of jiggling to get it in, but I need to go up and do these things anyway.
Okay.
So great.
No problem, mate.
So it should be less time.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Thanks for your time. This is. It's now stuck. I'm just talking. And that's now stuck up there. That's where it jams. That's the furthest we can go. And I say, not too sure really what the problem is. It's a mixture of getting this. I presume it's got to go into some form of a guide up there, and it just is not meeting it correctly. Because the sail moves a lot. They've really done some work. That's great, that. Hello, donkey. Right, so we can go down to those spreaders now.
Right,
that's the most we can do with this.
See what they're saying now. We'll come away from the vessel. What do you call them, Roy? Vessels?
No, they're shrouds, those.
No, I mean
the boat,
itself,
yeah,
it's a
boat, vessel, yeah.
What do you call them?
Boat, yacht,
Yeah.
anything. Ship.
Special name. Is she like?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. The Royal Navy now, because of all this political correctness, now they're saying
So
they're neutral. No, you can't say she or he now.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So they're having some issues. I mean, like, I think it's a compliment, to be honest with you. Yeah. Especially that you spend a lot of time looking after, you know.
Where are we going to, Roy?
Just these spreaders here. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, if you come back this way, I can do it on this side.
Okay.
I don't know whether we'll get to the other one though.
I can move and get back to it.
Yeah.
Or I can come through there.
Yeah. You can chide that off, Maggie. Yeah, I just need to get.
We can get through right through that
Yeah.
gap. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You just need to get on. See that pulley there?
Yeah.
Just need to get onto that pulley. Just on this pulley here. That's it.
I think you're right over, Roy.
That'll do. Honestly, it's fine.
Roy,
Yeah.
you've got a nice little fleet on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going till 3 o'clock.
All right.
I've got a roof survey to do after here today.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go and do. So, my friend asked us if we were going to come and stay at this cottage with his family.
All right.
Wales,
Yeah, yeah.
family.
Whereabouts?
3 families. I don't know whereabouts it is, Roy. Yeah.
Yeah.
In Wales, it looks lovely anyway. And he said, do you want to come and stay there? And I was like, I'm too busy with work. So, last night, they stayed last night. And they said, well, if you're not doing nothing tomorrow, Kev, just come up. So, I think we're going to head up there, have a look, see what it's all about.
Right, Maggie, do you want to? In the boat. No, it'll do for this year, honestly. It'll do for a couple of years, to be honest with you. Right. So just tie a knot now where you can wrap that up. I think we should have it. Hang on, just make sure we've got enough.
Yeah, and where's...
If I pass the other end down.
Where do you want it to end up?
Round the cleat.
Yeah, I know, but...
Well, that works. That'll work, won't it? Yeah, that'll work. In fact, if you can cut that, Maggie, if you can just cut that there, because I've got this other end here. Yeah, just cut that. There's a knife on the Do you want to pull this out the way, Maggie? Pull that out the way. That's it, just down to there.
Not for you, mate.
A
little bit more.
Yeah, just. That's it. That's the one. You got these, Maggie? Maggie? You got these? Tie those off. That's it. Okay, that's it.
You okay where you are, Roy?
Yeah.
Got anything into you?
No, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Size of this compared to those little things and the size of this rope. Always the way.
Have a think, Roy.
Yeah.
If there's anything you can do, let's do it. See, just think, take 5 minutes, because when I go, you'll go, I should have done that. Okay.
Yeah.
No rush
What
anyway.
time? Yeah, we've got. The only thing is, I've got a light to change here.
Let's do it then.
See that light
Way up. Yeah.
up there?
Okay, there, yeah, the black
Yeah.
thing on the other side.
I need to change that, so if I can go down and get the other one and then see what I need with tools. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's find me lights. Get that off. Get that off.
Wonderful what a hip replacement can do, isn't it?
Right.
Is your life in the old dog yet?
I hope so.
Coming down here anyway.
Good. Replaced all the
Have a little think.
steaming lights.
Anything else you
No,
want to do?
that's
No?
it.
Sorry.
Steaming lights and deck lights. Halyards, flag stuff. Yeah, all done. All done. Thank you very much. Well, most of the painting's done now. Well, in fact, all the painting's done now. I'm not doing any more. But it's not looking bad. It is polishing. I think that's the main thing, to get some polish done. I had a real problem with painting the name back on. Some of it, if you look closely, it's bleeding at the edges, and I don't know what's caused that. The other side's even worse, but otherwise she's alright. A good polish now, good clean. I might do that when it's on the water actually, because getting up and down those ladders is killing me. But yeah, I don't know why the paint's just bleeding at the edges there on that one. But it is. That's all done now. We just got to get the sail up tomorrow, hopefully, and get that sorted if I can't. I'm scuppered. But then there's the keel. Got to find out what's wrong with the keel. CC1 jammed solid. Can't move. I mean, the winch works, but I glued it to the bottom with CC1 and put all the bolts through and everything. And it's so solid now, I can't take it off. I've had a hammer and chisel on it, knackered the underneath there. I just can't move it at all. I've taken all the bolts out, so that's okay. I just now need to try and put a line from there to there and hope I can wrench it off. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Where's my GoPro when I need it? I literally had this on there, attached to the winch up there, and literally just put so much strain on it. I was just about to take a video of it when I was doing it, because it was piano tight. You got a real boom. It was like a bass string. It was that tight. And then as I leaned on it to pick up my phone to video this, the thing just snapped off and took off the woodwork with it by the looks of it. But anyway, it's done now, thank goodness for that. Dear me, that's CC1. I wouldn't mind. You can just scrape this off now. This is so, look, it's so rubbery. But the seal it creates is just phenomenal. Right, the thing is, to this time use Cycloflex to seal it, because I can't put the CC1 in again. If I have to take that off again, I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd have to replace the whole system, which wouldn't work really. But anyway, so we can get this sorted and get this back in play. Should be alright. Yeah, just done a bit of polishing.
Mainly it's not as good as I would like. There's still all the staining. I haven't been able to get the staining off yet, but I haven't got the right stuff with me. But it's got some protection to go on the water with, and the main thing is when it's on the water I can reach everything then, so it should be alright.